and gentlemen, boys and girls, stop what you're doing. Stop hydrating for the day, real quick. Uh, Take them AirPods out. Get off Instagram. Stop scrolling on TikTok. Because over here is just hoops. I'm Amari. This is Darion. How we feeling, bro?
Feeling good. Well, first things first, stay hydrated. Don't Water is essential. Make sure you keep your water.
Bro, you didn't even get anything out the bottle, bro. You just.
I got a full water bottle right here.
All
But
right.
feeling good. Um, you know, all finals finished for sure now. So sophomore year's finished. Watching hoops, working. Can't really complain. How about yourself?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I've been pretty bored lately. I told you last time. I think that my final is literally on the last day, Tuesday. And it's the only final I got. So I just been sitting around, training, working out. You know, staying busy.
Yeah, that's all. That's all you can do. Stay busy because there's literally nothing to do. Like,
Yeah, bro. At all. Um, yeah. I mean, I was in the gym this morning. Just got done training not too long ago. Heard you was in the gym a little bit, but heard you was sore. What was you hitting, bro?
I just hit some little, chest, shoulder, little chest, shoulder action. Um, Feeling a little sore. I did it yesterday. Had to give the body some rest because, went to hoop. So, legs was also a little sore. So it was really full body.
Right.
So, I had to
Um,
take a rest day.
you come up with these workouts yourself, or you chat GPT or
Sometimes I just, use whatever's in there, just mess around. Uh,
right?
I got a note of some workouts that I had put together a while ago. So I go back to that occasionally.
I put those together.
Yeah.
Hey, trainer folks, man, y'all hit me up. Y'all need the training plan, I'll get y'all right. Dang, I forgot that I did that actually.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
That was over a year ago.
Yeah. But go back, reference that every now and again and go from there.
Hey, bro, you just made me feel really proud about myself and my personal training ability. Uh, but yeah, big news coming soon. Finally got some motion with guests potentially coming onto the show. So, we'll keep y'all updated on that. As soon as we know more, we'll let y'all know more. Um, but yeah, man, hoops. Let's first before we do anything, let's do your ball knowledge test because
Okay.
my Mari's question of the day will tie kind of into some other playoff related things.
Okay. My ball knowledge test for you is who are the eight MVPs to never win the NBA Finals?
Eight MVPs to never win the NBA Finals. Okay, I've been looking forward to this ball knowledge test. I've been looking forward. Charles
No.
Barkley,
Charles Barkley's on the list.
Allen Iverson,
Allen Iverson's on the list.
Russell Westbrook,
Russell Westbrook's on the list.
James Harden,
Harden's on the list.
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid's on the list.
That's five. MVPs. Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose is on the list.
MVP. Karl Malone.
Karl Malone.
So I got one more.
Yes.
One more guy. Um, come on. All right, let's just go through. Jokic obviously won a ring. Giannis said Embiid already. Harden and them. Westbrook, Curry, Durant, LeBron, said D Rose, Kobe, Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash. Yeah, hey, that's
That,
how you get through a ball knowledge test right there.
that was a good run.
That was a great run.
I had to bring it down. Last time I went hard on you. So
Hey, yeah, that was kind of crazy last time, bro. Yeah, this was reasonable. Good little test, get the knowledge going for the day. Uh but yeah, we'll have something good for you next week. Um March question of the day. Can the Warriors survive without Steph? Obviously, just came out that it'd probably be at least game 6 that Steph is ready. So miss the next 4 games. Can the Warriors survive without Stephen Curry?
Okay. Game one, Steph goes out.
Right,
Warriors are in a comfortable position when he goes out, and they're
right.
able to maintain that.
Yeah,
Game two, we see different story. I
for
think
sure.
I think they I think they could push game six. They cannot start the game 5 minutes, no basket, and go down 13-0 ever again.
Yeah, right.
Um, but I mean, I think they can at least get to game six, push Curry, get back. I don't think Nickel Alexander Walker has a game like he had again. Ant's shaken up, so it could be even there. Ant's gonna
Yeah,
play
yeah.
regardless. It's not sitting.
But it might not be the same. Like, obviously, he's gonna feel that ankle injury,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So you have that aspect. I mean, you just gotta hope that Nas has been playing great. Hope he has an off game. You really just have to pray for an off game and that Ant feels his injury and
Yeah.
don't go all 5 minutes without scoring to start the game. And I think that there's hope there. You got Jimmy, Jimmy can get in that mode. Pod can have a good game. We saw JK have a good game when he got minutes. Trace got minutes. He made some good plays. So it's there. I think it was that rough start. It toggled them and messed them up, and then they were able to run with it.
See, what the Warriors need is for Jimmy Butler to really come alive.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been like solid, but with Steph out, especially with Steph out now, they need Miami Jimmy. Um, he's not been getting to the free throw line as much as you would want him to. That's really where Jimmy like pads his points. Like when you look at the box score, you see Jimmy had a 35-point game. At least minimum 12 of those are coming from the free throw line. Obviously, he's not a guy that's shooting a lot of threes.
yeah,
He's been shooting decently this playoffs, but he's not a guy that's shooting a lot of threes. Most of his buckets are coming from inside the arc, mid range, little floaters, layups, things like that around the rim. And obviously, the Timberwolves have size, so it's going to be hard for him to get to his spots and get the looks that he wants. But he has to be more aggressive. He has to try and get to the free throw line more. Like the ball's in his hands. Like,
yeah,
take as many shots as you want. That's my message to Jimmy right now. Go out there, do it, be you. You know what I mean? Steph is out. Obviously, Buddy Hill's been good. The support cast has been solid, but they need somebody to I don't know what the word I'm looking for is to
just
carry to
great.
carry the
Yeah,
load.
carry the load.
Yeah. They
I
need
mean,
somebody to elevate and be that guy. So then, around them, that person, they can all be themselves.
yeah, and I also think Jimmy is gonna have to step forward as the leader right now. I don't know if you saw the video of Pod on the bench when he like got up, stormed away. And then obviously there was Draymond, Draymond arguing. Every time Curry gets hurt, Draymond just goes unhinged, and I don't know what goes on there. But I think Jimmy's got to step up in that aspect and, be the voice and put them in check, let them know, like, come on, y'all, this is not us. And hopefully that can get something ignited. But yeah, I agree. Jimmy's gonna have to take that role. He needs to be putting up 25, 30 shots.
Yeah, 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 bro. I mean, we need at least a 30-point game from Jimmy. Game 3 is going to be big. These games in Golden State, if the Warriors can, maintain home court advantage because they have it now. Obviously, they took game 1 in Minnesota. So I mean, they have we already talked about a minorly injured Anthony Edwards. He hasn't been as good this playoffs,
Yeah.
definitely as last year. I feel like there was big expectation for Anthony Edwards this playoffs, and he's been all right. He's been solid. He's had moments, but he hasn't been the Anthony Edwards that we saw last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, last year he was just dominating, had that killer ass instinct in him. And then this year. He's been hooping, but I mean, it's really been Julius Randle. Uh,
Right.
Nickel had a
Jaden
good.
McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels had a good game. Rudy,
Yeah.
all the supporting players. I'm in his favor. It helps him out because the
Hmm.
supporting players are doing what they're supposed to do. But he had one 30-point game versus the Lakers. But other than that,
He had that 42-point game.
yeah. But other than that, he hasn't really been making any noise.
Yeah.
So and I think the injury is not going to do anything but even slow him down even more now.
Right, right.
So I think you got to capitalize on this opportunity.
Yeah, I think definitely what we should look for to really know if he's injured, how many threes is he shooting? If
Yeah.
he's settling a lot and really only shooting jump shots, not really trying to get down into the lane, get to the rack, then we know that he's injured. I mean, honestly, like if he's not 100% right now, obviously you want to take advantage of Steph Curry being out, but that I honestly think the Wolves without Anthony Edwards are better than the Warriors without Curry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Golden State support cast is good, but it's not Minnesota good. Obviously, Jimmy Butler is better than all of the individual players on the Timberwolves. But as we said, Jimmy's not looked like Miami Jimmy. He hasn't been aggressive as Miami Jimmy. The Timberwolves has the size to deal with him in the paint. Obviously, Rudy Gobert, you let Draymond do whatever he wants. If Draymond beats you, kudos to him. But I mean, Jalen McDaniels on Jimmy as a primary ball handler and then Rudy in help, that's tough to score. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I think, if Anthony Edwards isn't 100%, it's not the end of the world if he sits down for a game.
No, yeah, I agree. And I mean, like the Warriors, they got Jimmy. Their next best player is inconsistent Buddy Hield, and then
Yeah.
Draymond, and then Pat Spencer. Like they don't really have anything there. So yeah, I think even if he doesn't sit, limit his minutes and just let him rest it because
Yeah.
like he's not who's he guarding now? Probably Buddy.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see
Yeah, I
what
mean
happens. I really don't know.
he doesn't have a primary matchup on a very on-ball person, so he doesn't have to be going like putting his ankle at full exposed risk now. So I think he could limit
Right.
minutes and let him get back into almost 100% closer than what he is now and
Yeah.
close out the series or potentially the start of the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, as a Timberwolves player, coach, fan, everything, you want to win both of the next
Yeah.
two games, but you only need one to take home court advantage back. I feel like that should be their focus. Get home court advantage back, protect home court, you win the series. So I mean, yeah, we kind of talked about the performances of Anthony Edwards, so we might as well jump into the topic of the episode. Um, who has been the best playoff performer this season?
Am
Let's
I
start. Well, obviously, we both, let's just explain to the people. We have five, our top five, but the question is, who is the best?
who's the best? Well, at the top of my list, I his the last two games have really played a factor in this. I went clutch player of the year, Brunson. Uh,
Mm,
I mean, we've seen it happen back-to-back games now. They're down 20. Uh, fourth quarter, and the third quarter, fourth quarter comes around. It's in Brunson's hand. He's making the right plays, all the shots, and they've led in this series a total of 12 minutes, and they're 2-0 in the series. And he plays a large factor in that. He's only had three games this series under 30 points, or not this series, in the playoffs, under 30 points. He's hooping. So, I mean, I think his clutch player has carried over, and we see it in the playoffs. So I got him as my best performer.
so yeah, that's an interesting pick. Me personally, I went Brunson as well. Um, yeah, bro. I mean, even going back to the Pistons series, like when the end of the third quarter, fourth quarter comes around, this guy becomes unguardable,
Yeah.
literally. Like he's carrying the Knicks back into these games every game, getting buckets at ease, and it like we say at ease, but it's tough buckets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, bro, this guy, man, he really is looking like one of the best scorers in the NBA right now. I know we talked about it a little bit last time, but Jalen Brunson right now has been on another level this playoffs, carrying the Knicks down the stretch on the offensive side of the ball, holding his own on defense. I mean, obviously the Celtics are have kind of been hunting a switch on the Brunson, but he's holding his own. It hasn't made it easy for these guys to get buckets. And yeah, as you touched on the last two games, Knicks 12 minutes in the lead, but are 2-0 up in the series. Jalen Brunson again down the stretch, just buckets on top of buckets. Three, two, free throws, you name it, he's getting buckets. So Jalen Brunson, by far, best player performer I got right
Yeah, I mean, you had me fooled. I thought you was go a different way. I ain't gonna,
here.
but it's just like it's crazy because like once that clock hits a certain time, it's just like all right, it
It's
flips,
time.
and
Yeah,
it's like every game you see it and you can't do anything about it. I think that's
yeah,
what the term is like easy, or it's like he just gets to his spot because it's like every game, and no matter what you send at him, whatever, he's still gonna get to his spot and get there. So it's like
yeah,
it's so tough, but he makes it look so easy and effortless.
yeah. I mean, these last couple games, I mean, like, bro, it's been crazy watching this dude. Like, bro, even left leaving me speechless sometimes. You mentioned that the 30-point games. He's only had three games without 30, and in these games, he's entering the fourth quarter like with like 15,
Yeah,
17, under 20 points, and it's ending with like 32, 35. Like the fourth quarter is literally his time
yeah. He is the new king of the fourth,
for
and
sure.
he holds that title high and he does what he's supposed to do.
Hey, something about them little lefties,
No, for real, the little lefties are
them little
dangerous.
lefties.
In the fourth quarter, they are crazy.
Yeah, bro. Who you got two?
Two, I'm gonna go the other guy and the MVP front runner. I'm gonna go Jokic. Um, I mean, look at his numbers. Jamal Murray hasn't really been consistent. He's had a couple games he's been there, but I mean, Jokic is putting up 44 and 22, triple doubles left and right. Like everything he did in the season, he just did it in the playoffs, and it's literally at the exact same thing of him being the only person there in order for them to win. And I mean, last game they got dubbed, but the game before that, 44 and 22, he's literally doing all he can for this team. And I think those numbers are just crazy. So I gotta give it to him.
Now, might be a controversial opinion. I left Jokic out of my top five.
Okay. I
Be-
got it.
now, I left Jokic out of the top five because of the crazy increase in turnovers every game. We're talking every game, seven, eight turnovers from Jokic. Like, okay, yes, the counting stats have looked good, but I mean, I can't I can't have him in here with all those turnovers, bro. My number two is Donovan Mitchell. D Mitch, 3 30-point games, had the 48-point game. Only played 6 games, so we're talking four of the 6 games he's had over 30. One of them obviously 48, and they lost. I mean, he's looked like I said with Brunson, like he's looked unstoppable at times. Whenever the Cavs need to get back into a game or need to extend the lead, like the ball's in Donovan Mitchell's hands and he's making it happen. He can get to the rack, his jumper's falling. I mean, he looked unguardable for most of his playoffs. Obviously, the Heat series, they kind of blew by them. And, like, yes, he was a big factor in that, but, it wasn't that hard. Against the Pacers, with how the Cavs have been struggling, Donovan Mitchell has been the one constant. Both of the games he shined. Obviously, we talked about that third quarter stretch where he got active in game one. They just couldn't close it out. And obviously, 48 in game two. Again, couldn't close it out, but I'm not going to punish him for that.
And yeah, I had D Mitch at my three. Well, everything you just said. Uh, one game under 20 points the playoffs, and that game he only shot 14 shots versus the Heat, which they
Yeah,
like blew by. And
right.
I mean, game two versus the Pacers, he's without Mobley, Garland, and Hunter. So
Yeah.
I mean, give him his supporting cast that's usually there, they probably win that game. And I mean, Garland hasn't played four straight, and D Mitch has had to pull a lot of the weight there as well. So he he deserves to be in the top three in that aspect, especially being the one seed, and he's being the only person consistent on this one seed team.
Right, right. My number three is my second MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Consistent buckets. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously the Grizzlies series, they kind of mopped the floor with him. That one game where the Grizzlies were up big, Shea was unstoppable, got them right back into that game. I mean, he's had 30 in almost every playoff game so far, except I think game one against the Nuggets. And then game two, obviously the response we saw, they won by 20. He goes off. I mean, he's been consistently like been exactly what we've seen from the regular season. Obviously, the defense from Shea is always there. So I mean, Shea's being Shea, and that has him at three, one of the best players in the world, obviously. And you know, if he's doing what he does on the regular, and he's second in MVP race, he got to be top five on my list.
I didn't have Shea on mine. I think that I don't really know why. I think I looked at it from the aspect of this is no like this is normal for him, so I didn't see anything stand out, which is crazy.
Right,
It's like those are, that's not normal for a player to just be putting up 30 night in, night.
right.
But that that's why I didn't. And then also because they just walked through my Grizzlies, I couldn't really, you know,
A little personal grudge
yeah,
there,
that's a little
huh?
personal.
Yeah, I mean, I think I could say the same with Jokic. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, I'm over here being critical about the turnovers, but at the end of the day, he did just have a 44-22 game. Yeah, I mean, with Shea, my whole thing was, yes, it's what we've seen from him, but what we've always seen from him is best player in the world talks. So, I
yeah.
mean, yes, other guys have elevated their game, but I don't think anybody other than maybe Jalen Brunson has looked like best player in the world in the playoffs. And
Yeah.
Shea is doing what he did in the regular season, so he's up there.
I just overlooked it because of I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
So, but
Or
at four, I got I got big shot maker Halliburton. Uh,
mm,
I mean, you saw what he did to the Bucks. He's been a double double machine. He's points and assists almost every game. Um, Cavs, they don't really have an answer for him. He's limiting his turnovers, which I think is big. He had one game where he had five, but other than that, his highest has been two. And I mean, his Cavs series only two games so far, but he only has one turnover. So being able to pass the ball the way he does, create opportunities and limit the turnovers and not give the other team possessions. I think that's big. And I mean, step back three for the win. I just think he has a different level. He took Giannis to the rack to get to this series with the Cavs, got them that win, hit a step back, go up 2-0, take both games on the road. That's a, big player right there. Underrated. Not underrated, but overrate that, as he said.
yeah, I mean, he's definitely silencing the critics for sure. I have him at five here. Obviously, we talk about how good the Patriots offense is, and this is the engine. This is the guy running the show. So I mean, it's easily top five in my eyes. Can't have. I don't think the Pacers offense works nearly the same with any other point guard in the league right now, honestly. You mentioned the two-game winners. You kind of said everything about Halliburton. And yeah, bro, the overrated talks is looking real crazy right now because I mean this guy's been incredible.
I just don't understand, like, how is he overrated? He doesn't.
Yeah, man.
It's not
Like
like he's out talking. He doesn't do anything but go hoop.
goes
And
and hoops.
yeah, it is ridiculous. But I mean, he let his game talk for him, which I think is the best way to show people.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at him. Who you got that for?
Julius Randle.
Okay.
Julius Randle has been at four. He's only averaging like 22 points per game this playoffs, but watching it, it feels different.
Yeah.
The Wolves haven't been like a really high scoring team this playoff run. It's been a lot of defense, but Julius Randle's game has elevated to another level this playoffs. He's looking back like All Star Julius Randle right now, and I mean, obviously Anthony Edwards was injured and kind of came back in the last game too, but it was Julius Randle that really got them over that hump, really built that lead out for them. And even in the Lakers series, I mean, brilliant, knocking down threes, scoring at will, guarding LeBron. The last game too, he had like 24 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. So I mean, he's been playing at another level. His game has elevated largely offensively and defensively. So I mean, yeah, Julius Randle, bro.
Yeah. I mean, in the Lakers series, he made a lot of timely shots and
Yeah,
like he just whenever they needed a bucket, he got one every time. So I can see him being there. And like you said, he's back in the MVP form. You know, this is the Julius Randle that they made that trade for and
MVP,
MVP form.
MVP form,
Is that not what you said? All star,
All Star,
all star,
All
all
Star.
star.
Whoa, whoa,
I was
hold on
like,
now, hold on now. All right, go ahead.
it took me back to New York when, we was talking when I went with TV and radio, we was talking about Jewel ran for MVP. But
Mm,
it was just a joke because,
yeah, yeah, in Madison Square.
in Madison Square, what a time.
Yep, yep, yep.
But that's definitely the reason they made that trade. And I'm glad that he finally is coming back to life and, showing what he can be.
Yeah.
At five, I went a different way. I think this guy was in an unfortunate position. And yeah, I went Giannis, uh,
Okay.
36, 34, 37, 28, 30. That's all I really need to say.
Yeah, yeah. Terrible support cast. I mean, what more could a guy do? He was hooping. But yeah, go ahead. You can explain it.
I mean, his second best player was Bobby Portis, and his third best was Gary Trent Jr. Uh, you're not going to win a playoff series with those being your next options. And he had double double every game of the series, triple double to close out the series. And I mean, there's only so much one person can do, and he
Right.
did all he could, and they got outmatched. But I mean, he dominated. If they don't have Giannis, they get blown out and swept.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he
They
he
don't
made
make
it
the
a
playoffs.
little interesting. The series a little interesting. Obviously Dame was late to come into the series when he was all right. But Giannis was the one constant for the Bucks. Obviously, you talk about the supporting cast. I have some honorable mentions here. LeBron James. LeBron James. He's 40.
He's 40.
He's 40, bro. Jokic was here and Giannis. Those are my three honorable mentions. You had any other guys that you were like on the edge about?
Yeah, I got two. I had Scottie Pippen just because even with that series being a mess, I just, coming off the bench, coming off the bench and being, you're not supposed to even be putting up those numbers. He had two 30-point games. Like, he did
Hey,
what he could in a position
hey,
he's not supposed to be in.
hey, what's his name?
Scottie Pippen Jr.
Every time you say like Scottie Pippen or Scottie Pippen Jr., the first time you say it, you always say Pimpin.
Pimpin.
Scottie Pimpin.
Scottie Pippen. He was Pippen.
Yeah, yeah, he was hooping. He was hooping though.
And then my other guy was Paulo. I mean, young still, and I think this was, I mean, they were in a good position. Like we had them being our upset team if there was going to be an upset, and he played well, knocked down shots, he got to his spots, did everything right. I just think that, still young, played a tough Boston team, but he had a great series, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's been a good playoff performer,
Yeah.
since he came in the league and since he's been in the playoffs. Obviously Magic had run into Celtics one year, Cavs the other year, I think Cavs again another year. So been tough for them. But yeah, let's take a deeper dive into some of these second round matchups. Got to start with the Eastern Conference. What's going on out there, man? Home team loses both games in both series. Cavs down 2-0, Celtics down 2-0, two of the best championship contenders that we had going into this. What's going on, bro?
Well, Boston is beating themselves because they're shooting 25 for 100 from the three-point line in 2 games. At
Crazy work.
some point, you have to be like, okay, we can't keep shooting this three. We have to
Crazy
pick it
work.
up. And game one, they missed 48 threes. Like you put up 63s in 48 minutes. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You have to go away from it. I mean, you're up 20, go coming into the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter, you're up 20. And then all of a sudden you're just three, 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 three. It's like, why?
And this is a team that has like enough experience, Al Horford, Drew Holiday, to say, hold on, y'all. Let's pause for a second. The three's not working. Let's get to this rack. Let's get to the free throw line. Let's see out this game. And it happened twice.
Twice.
Twice. Where are your leaders at? What's Joe Mazzulla doing?
Like
What's he saying in those timeouts?
I know Joe is not going for this. Like, yes, they're the highest three-point shooting team in the league. All season they put up 50. But I mean, in this time, especially when other teams going on a run closing this gap, you got to switch it up. You can't just continue to stick to a script that's not working.
Yeah. And
And
also, Jason Tatum's decision making has been really, 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 really bad.
dude,
When to shoot the three, when to drive, when to pass to the open guy in the corner, when to, like his decision making has just been awful.
like Jason Tatum is 6'9", right? Game,
Some say 6'10".
some say 6'10". We're under a minute in the fourth quarter. You're 6'10". Why are you shooting a step back three? Like there just has to be I don't know. I don't know.
Time to get to that lane at some point, bro. The three's not falling. Like he shot, I think 16 in game one. He shot like 16 threes in game one. And then no, he shot 14, I think, and Derek White shot 16.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, Derek White, that's what he's out there to do,
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm not
I
mad at
guess.
that. Derek White's
But
to be putting that up.
right. But Tatum, like, come on, dog. You're 6'10. Like, your game has not just been 3-point shooting your whole career. Like, it's been post touches, it's been get to the rack, it's been get to the free throw line. Like, why are they just settling for so many threes? I don't understand. I hope that they make the change and can adapt it. I mean, we both had Celtics winning the championship this year. Um, the Knicks obviously grateful to be up 2-0 in this series. Like we both said, like them digging themselves this deep in these holes that they do almost every game. It worked against the Pistons. We both didn't think it was going to work against the Celtics, but obviously we were wrong. So I mean,
It's
hey,
working
kudos to the Knicks.
working just fine, clearly.
It's working just fine. Hey, they must got a plan that we don't know about.
Yeah, they got something going on. And also in the game too, Tatum, why are we putting our head down, going into a corner, and then try to swing the rock?
There has been a couple times like that Tatum has, you know, had the ball, getting ready to drive, and drove straight into a crowd. Straight into like one time in game two, I believe. He had the switch on the cat, caught the ball in the wing. There was somebody corner, I can't remember. Jalen Brunson was guarding him. And then Al Horford had just came down around onto the like right block. So you have a guy in the corner here, somebody low block Al Horford. Obviously, there's if you drive right, you're driving into a crowd of three guys. The guy guarding you, Jalen Brunson, gonna give some type of help, and whoever's guarding Al Horford. He drives right into it. They all collapse. He throws up some type of hook, floater, whatever it was, air ball. And then, as you said, for game, does the same thing.
That last play actually, like it made me so bad. I was
I
like,
mean, we're talking 2 games in a row where they just took the ball. Like,
I mean, shout out Mikal because great defense, but yeah, you can't. lose 2 games in a row, not get a shot up for the
But
win.
yeah, our turnover is crazy. Come on, man.
That's terrible. It is terrible, truly. But I hope they do make that switch because I mean, one, we have them winning again, and it's just like these are not games you're supposed to be dropping.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Knicks have made great in-game adjustments. I mean, defensively, like they figured out what the Celtics want to do, what type of, looks they want to get, and they've adapted in-game like that. Shout out to Dibs and the Knicks staff for that. But I mean, yeah, the Celtics gotta be better. Gotta be better, bro.
To be. I don't know if you realize this is the last thing I gotta say about it. Just from like a basketball fan perspective, I enjoy watching on the defense. But the Knicks, like let's say there's 2 players coming here, like on the baseline. So there's one wing, one corner.
Right?
It'll be like Brunson and Hart.
Wait,
And
wait, wait. Hold on, hold on. Let's pause real quick. We're talking Knicks on defense.
on defense.
We got Brunson on like the wing,
Yeah.
Josh Hart corner,
Yeah.
Garden, player on the wing corner. Okay,
And then let's say like I don't even know how it happens, but let's say they like switch or something. Brun
right,
Brunson and Hart, instead of chasing, they just tag. They're just playing tag with them the whole time.
right, right.
I think that's for a team like the Celtics, I think that's like an important thing for Tibbs to recognize because they shoot the ball. They want to shoot. So instead of chasing them around, we're just going to play tag with them, switch everything besides,
Yep.
and takes away that shot and they miss 48 threes.
I mean, even the way that they've guarded the pick and rolls with Tatum, trying to get, like Tatum and Derek White trying to get Brunson on to Tatum. OG, I mean, Brunson obviously has to like hedge really hard to try and, let OG get back into it. Then OG's coming under. So Tatum, has to settle for these threes. And he's falling for it every time. And then, I mean, you give up the slip to Derek White because you got Mitchell Robinson down there in the paint. So I mean, they've guarded those excellently. And even when Brunson gets to switch on to Tatum, he's held his own, as we said before. So yeah, bro, Celtics got to make adjustments. Cavs, were the Cavs just plagued by injuries, or is this real? Are the Pacers really just about to mop the floor with the Cavs?
I don't want to discredit the Pacers in any way because, I mean, I haven't gave them the most respect that they deserve, and they've clearly shown that they deserve a lot more respect than they receive. But I think the injuries are hurting the Cavs. Like, I mean, game 2, for example, if Hunter plays, Mobley was out, right? Or was it
Yeah, game
uh,
two. Mo played game
Mobley?
one, didn't play game two.
And then Garland's been out 4 games, but
Yeah.
it's 2. If they play, I think that's a different scenario because it ends in a 1 point game. I just think those two have a factor on the game that could have increased their point value where it wouldn't have came down to a step back 3. Um, but like I said, Pacers, I mean, they're playing great basketball. Halliburton 1 turnover. Andrew Nembhard and Halliburton combined starting at guards. They had 1 turnover in 48 minutes. Like they're doing everything correctly. So I can't say that they're not supposed to be winning because I mean they're doing what they need to do to win.
Here's the thing. I think the Cavs have dug themselves too deep of a hole. Uh, I don't see a world where they come back 3-1, and I definitely don't see a world where they come back from down 3-0. Losing two at home really, really hurts. And I mean, obviously, they had game two in their hands. They had it in their hands. They let it slip. Obviously, all these things happened to where this inbound steal, Halliburton getting the rebound back, coming back to him, step back three. I mean, hey, that last shot from the Cavs, by the way, I know it was only 1 second left, but after Halliburton hit that three, it was Sam Morril, I believe,
Yeah, yeah.
overhead soccer throw in is crazy work.
He had to get it out. I mean, Mitchell was getting face guarded. Mitchell wasn't getting the ball, and that was the next option before the 5 second call.
Crazy work, man.
But yeah, you drop both at home. There goes your pride, honestly. Uh, you're going on the road to the team that just took both at home.
Yep.
Their crowd, is hype. They're ready for this. It's hard. It's a hard adjustment. And I don't know if you saw what Stephen A said. I don't know if it was this morning or yesterday, but he said if you're Darius Garland, you need to go out there, limpio onto the
Yeah,
court. And I
toe injury. I mean, you got to.
tell
Hearing a toe injury, bro, I
four
can't get behind
games,
it, bro.
4 games.
I can't get behind it.
Yeah. So I think Garland has to suit up game 3,
Yeah,
especially down 2-0 now. He
must do or die.
really doesn't have a choice. You have to
Yeah,
suit up.
right.
But I mean, hopefully he can play a factor. Hopefully Mobley's back, Hunter's back, full roster healthy, and hopefully that can, cause some changes.
Yeah, if it goes 2-2, we got a real series on our hands.
Yeah. And that's what I want to see. But I mean, we'll see tonight. I think tonight could show a lot of things. Sunday, we'll know the result of this series for sure.
Yeah, yeah. This is tonight's a really, really big game.
Yeah.
Huge game. We might see over the next two games in this series some of the best basketball like we've seen in the playoffs so far, and that's crazy to say with how good the playoffs have been basketball wise so far.
Yeah, this is yeah. I think these next 2 games will show a lot. And I think it will. These games are gonna come down to the wire as well. Like game 2, I believe, uh,
Thanks.
is gonna be which team is really tougher and can pull out a win
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, bro. Tonight, 6:30 my time was 7:30 your time. So I mean, huge basketball tonight. You got to work today.
Nah, I don't gotta work today. I'm locked
Hey,
into
so you all the way tuned in,
all the way.
sat back, know them LED lights gonna be on.
Yep,
Hey, I'm already knowing.
locked in today.
Yeah,
Yep.
bro. I'm actually supposed to be going skating tonight. Gotta manage that wisely, timing wise. I ain't been skating in a while. Might be rough, but it's something to do.
I don't know the last time I went skating. It's been ooh, I really don't know.
Yeah, we were watching snowfall, and like I saw, obviously them in the skating ring and stuff. I saw it and was like, hey, we should go skate. So it's in motion.
Hey, let me know how that goes.
Yeah, bro. You got words wisdom?
We touching on the West? No, just East.
I mean, we talked about the Warriors and stuff already.
Yeah, Nuggets. I think the Nuggets, I mean, they do what they can.
Yeah, I mean, game one we saw the Jokic game. Game two, obviously Thunder were not letting them take two at home. Best team in the league for real. Not letting them take two at home. I mean, I don't have a lot on this series so far. This is 1-1 series still. Like it's in a different spot than the other series. I feel like.
Yeah, it is. I think Thunder showed who they really are game 2. Uh, 80-point first half. I mean, we talk about adjustments being made. They made that adjustment and
Yeah,
they made it quick.
yeah.
So we'll see how the Nuggets respond to that adjustment. But I don't think OKC is, I think they're gonna ride that high of game 2.
Yeah, I mean, game two, I don't know. Game two, obviously, I don't think it's going to be the same every game. Like, because game two, you lose game one on at home, especially. Game two, you're coming out like the way Donovan Mitchell came out, that's the way the
Yeah,
Thunder came out.
yeah.
But the Thunder, like, are a better, healthier team than the Cavs. I'm not going to say better, but, healthier team than the Cavs. All their options are here. They were going to take care of business. I didn't think it was any doubt in my mind that the Thunder were going to take care of business. So, I mean, yeah.
Just interested back in Denver, how adjustments will be made there. And
No, it's going to be loud.
it's gonna be super loud,
Yep.
but I'm ready for it. I almost forgot my words of wisdom, but I remembered. Um, Changing it up a little bit, Sunday, Mother's Day.
Okay.
It's being Saturday. I'm gonna just say happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers watching. We appreciate y'all, one for watching, but two, just taking care of us,
Mm.
always keeping a roof over our heads, food on our plate. You make a house a home. I messed up there. But you do all the right things and we are beyond grateful for you. So enjoy your day. I know it's a day early, but enjoy your day. You deserve it. Happy Mother's Day.
Hey man, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Hey, that was beautiful, bro.
Do what I can.
All right, man. Let's get up out of here. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.